Greetings everyone, Bird here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're back with some more Disney games, specifically sort of the Mickey Mouse kind of things. And I think what it is I'm just building myself up to playing Fantasia. And I figured, you know what? Let's actually play a good game before we play Fantasia. I mean, not that the Great Circus Mystery was a bad game. It's just there could be better ones. And I mean, admittedly, Castle of Illusion, not one of my favorite Mickey Mouse games, but let's just start. Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Good old classic Sega game this is. So, Once Upon a Mouse. Welcome to Vera City, where life is joyful and everyone lives in peace. I've actually never read the opening to this. All but one, that is, one who is jealous of Minnie's beauty and popularity, the witch Miserable. What a name. One day... Here goes Miserable to just yoink! Mickey had to do something. He chased after the witch Miserable all the way to the Castle of Illusion, by any chance? Oh, you know what? That's a great way to do a title, isn't it? Just fantastic transition. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to just play this on normal because I daren't play this on hard. Hurry, before Miserable uses her powers of illusion to make herself look like Minnie and make Minnie look evil like her. Sorry. You must find the 7 gems of the rainbow. They will give you the power to overcome Miserable. Okay, what a name, Miserable. But be careful, the gems are protected by the Master of... Wait, so you've got the Castle of Illusion with a Master of Illusion, but you've also got, like... Is Miserable not the Master of Illusion? I'm a bit confused. Doesn't particularly matter. Let's get on with this. What kind of room is behind this door? And we get into our first world, and all the leaderboard information, especially all the things to be like, hey, you know, the your high score leaderboard is active now, and all the pop-ups and retro achievements. But anyway, so little thing about this game, I don't particularly. I mean, this is people love this game, and I get it. It is a pretty decent game. I never particularly liked this game as a kid. I was much more into World of Illusion. Part of the reason why I don't like this game is this game really kind of like... It goes against my gaming sensibilities a little bit. Because when you jump, I'm used to playing Mario, where if I jump on an enemy, I jump on an enemy and they die. But in this game, you have to kind of press the jump button again in midair to make Mickey kind of go... Because otherwise he jumps like this. But if you press the jump button again... Hang on, I got to swing from this. Fun fact, you can get loads of extra lives if you just sort of like let the game run whilst you're swinging on these vines. We're not going to worry about that. There is an extra life there though, which I'm going to try and get. So if you just jump normally, you know, Mickey kind of jumps like that, but let's just run away. Oh! Okay, I thought that killed me in a single hit, but... Uh-oh. Ah! Anyway, if you jump and then press the jump button again, he'll kind of go into like this... Basically, he'll ready his butt for bouncing on things. If you jump normally into enemies, you will take damage, and it kind of went against, again, a lot of my sensibilities as a child at the time, basically growing up on Mario. And this game is a bit unfair in a lot of places. Like, I'm just eating damage now. Not a good idea. The game is quite harsh when it comes to its difficulty in certain places. Probably not so much on normal mode. Hang on. I want to come down this way because there's a no, I need to be on the other side. I think in the secret area there's some more extra lives. I kind of want the extra lives just for that's another thing this game loves to do. It will put enemies like bats like that in like the most awful places, and you'll have very little option but to like, unless you know they're there, you're just gonna like start like eating damage constantly. The other thing that's really frustrating is, yeah, fine, you have 5 hit points, but you only start with 3. Meaning that, you know, if you die, having 3 hit points is not a huge amount of hit points. In fact, if you're playing on hard mode, I think you only have 2 when you start. It is awful. Absolutely awful. Because this game isn't... You know, yeah. I'm just gonna yeet some apples at you because I can grab some more there. The reason, I mean, the only reason why I want to have loads of apples is just so I can kind of max out my I can max out my bonus, because I think about this game that I find really kind of weird. Just, oh, yeah. Wait for you to go back up. Oh, just jump up. Shit, can I make it? I can make that jump. Good. So, when we get to the end of this and we fight the boss, relatively straightforward boss, this one. There's a little face in the tree. It will basically roll, he'll roll towards us, roll up the tree, drop some acorns on us so we can bounce on him. If you keep to the left, you're generally speaking you're quite alright. And then what, we hit him like 5 times, I think it is, something like that. It's, I can never quite remember how many times you need to hit these bosses, because I've recently, I say recent, actually no, quite recently, I played through the Sega Saturn compilation, there we go, of of this game and Quackshot. And playing this game on hard is something I don't really like doing. It's an awful time. They still had Gem. You have much more to do to save Minnie. Thanks. And you'll notice I've got you have the technical bonus and the secret bonus. Now the technical bonus and the secret bonus, the technical bonus relates to how many health points you have. 10,000 points is the max amount you can have, and you get that by having 5 hit points. The secret bonus is how many projectiles you have in your inventory. Another door. What could be inside? And as you can see, I got like 30,000 points for that, which is useful because you do get extra lives for hitting certain score boundaries. And the score boundaries are a little wonky. I think the first one is at like 5,000, and then it's every 4,000 after that. Actually, no, wait, no, it's every. It is very weird. I can't quite remember the how it all works, but it is a bit weird. Oh, no. I mean, again, it's fine because I'm playing this on normal, so the game is not as punishingly hard. On hard mode, there's like twice as many toy soldiers walking down it, which, you know, toy soldiers aren't the hardest thing to avoid. They're just annoying. And just generally speaking, there are just more enemies on hard mode. So let's bounce off you up here. Ah, butts. I want to get up there. Not that it's not the most important thing to get up here. I just want to be up here because, yeah, there's some marbles. Grab those. You know, if I can maximize how many points I'm getting, I can get a whole load of lives, which will be useful for later on in the game, because I'll reach a certain point and I'm probably going to die quite a lot towards the end of this game. That's my prediction, because I've done the first couple of worlds so many times in my life that I kind of know them, and then I get to the I basically get to the library, which actually isn't terribly far into the game. In fact, it was only last year, it was the first time I beat this game for the first time. This is a game, I have played this game like I when my family had a Sega Mega Drive, which was sort of it's a bit difficult for me to explain. Basically, I used to go over to a friend's to play the Sega Mega Drive quite often. This is one of the games that they had because pretty much everyone had this game. But eventually we did have a Sega Mega Drive that we had over at my nan's, and I believe this is one of the games that we had there as well. But yeah, and I just could never, for whatever reason, I just couldn't beat this game as a kid. And there's probably good reason for that, because the game does get, like, it's a little unfair in places. It's me being a little bit generous, I suppose. Again, the latest, but then again, you know, I never got much further than, you know, than this world, truth be told. So I just wasn't very good at this game. So beating it for the first time, very cathartic. Goddamn jelly. But of all the Illusion games, this is like my third favourite. Which kind of sounds a bit weird, but that's because you've got Land of Illusion for Land of Illusion for the Master System is actually, in my opinion, a better game. Land of Illusion's great, and it'll probably be another one I play in the coming days. Again, I'm gonna probably make my way through a lot of Disney games this year. That's kind of my prediction. Only because I kind of enjoyed them. They are fun. Even if it is just purely baked in nostalgia at this point. But yeah. I mean, the other reason why... There we go, yeah, I got another extra life, which we got an additional 4,000 points compared to the 5,000 we needed for the first one. And I think then the next one we get is at 15,000, I think. Oh, wait. It'll be 150,000. Right. Let's hit that. Wait. And I do get it, this is a good game. I will keep saying that this is probably one of the better of all the Mickey Mouse games I played, particularly on the Genesis, this does rank up as one of the best ones. But then that's because, you know, in the bad pile we have Fantasia, which I think counts to like 4 or 5 bad games. Should be some more marbles coming up. I'm just trying to get, again, I'm just trying to max out that secret bonus just so I can get like the most amount of lives I can get. Oh, okay, never mind. 27, yeah, 27,000 points is still going to be good. So this boss, when I was a kid, I used to struggle with this boss. I don't really remember beating this boss as a kid, or if I did, always struggled. And even though the pattern for this boss is really simple, I just, for whatever reason, just couldn't. And what I learned quite recently was if you just stay and duck in this corner as soon as the boss fight starts, you can basically just like, crud. You gotta be a bit quick though. You just gotta be careful when he drops these springs because, oh. As long as you're in this corner, he won't land in this spot just because of the way he jumps. And you can just crouch and then you won't get hit by his spring arm. It's all good. Hit him about 5 times and you're golden. Oh my god, I hate that. I absolutely hate that. It does give me massive anxiety trying to fight this boss. There we go. Excellent. This is the orange gem. You still have a long way to go before you save Minnie. Oh, well, you can save Minnie. No, thanks, game. Yeah. Oh no, okay, maybe it was at 4th hour. Either way, it's weird because the amount of points you need, and maybe it was 4,000 for the first one. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. Next world. Let's keep going. So if we just drop down here quickly, there is kind of like in the first world, there's the secret here. Shame we get some marbles. Nice. Don't know, I kind of want them. They're not particularly useful in this stage, in my opinion. This stage is quite frustrating because the way you beat this one is not how you think you beat it. If that makes sense. So we're just gonna... Because I've recently done like some hard mode playthroughs, I'm kind of anticipating certain enemies to appear. But the game is relatively polite on normal mode. Relatively polite, he says. Now, I believe... Is it down this one? Hang on. Because what we need to do is we need to drop down into the water. Yeah, it was this one. Come down here. We'll get whisked along. Shot out the end here. And this is how you get to the exit. Otherwise, if you go along the top route, you'll just come across a brick wall and you won't be able to go any further. Now, I hate this level. This level's awful. This part is particularly awful just because some of the platforming is a bit dicey. And the bats. The bats will have you screaming bloody murder throughout this. They are quite frankly one of the worst enemies in the game. Alright. Watch out for fish. For the fish, he'll jump up. Like that. Like, you have to do a pretty high jump there. And the fact that that enemy basically comes along at the exact height. Oh, it's annoying. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that's what kind of makes this awful. It is this platforming section is pretty disgusting. I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, sometimes what you'll find is you'll kind of scooch a little bit when you land. It is, again, dicey, not fun. Oh my god. Oh! There we go. Whew. I am now okay. Oh, it's just there like, this is awful. So here, water will rise, we're going to wait for it to go down, and then we've kind of got to move a little bit quickly because then the water will flow again and we'll get hit by enemies and it's a fun time all around. And there should be a couple of health pickups along the way, so we should be alright. He says there's a couple of health pickups, I'm not sure anymore. If we land in the water will whisk us away back to like the start of this area. I cannot remember if it damages you, so we're going to avoid that potential problem. Oof. Deep duck. Just jump over things, duck under things. Okay, right. I was really hoping there was going to be another thing there. So this boss is interesting because it's this totem pole which basically drops down these enemies, and the idea is that we just want to basically hit the enemies, they'll kind of run back towards their totem pole and basically knock down a thing of it. But if we don't do a particularly good job of it, that ends up happening. Okay, do you know what? I'm so used to dying and it taking away all my my projectiles. It's only happened on hard mode. There we go. You can get into a kind of a rhythm with this boss. And that's kind of how you want to deal with it. If you get yourself locked into the rhythm that you need, then boom, nice and easy. Otherwise, it could be a really challenging boss. You are a brave mouse. Continue on. You can't rest until Minnie is safe. Sure. And then when it hits 9, boom, that lowers its an extra life. Yeah, so it's every 4,000 and 9,000, which is such a weird kind of... I felt like it starts at the 4,000 mark. Well, 40,000 even. Hey, we're going up some stairs. Here's another door. What's inside this room? So this is where I feel the game kind of gets a bit weird, in my opinion. And I'll get into why I feel it's weird, other than the fact that we got these letter A's that are trying to kill us. And doing a really good job, mind you, of trying to kill me. Jesus. We're gonna go inside into the milk in the library. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried to make sense of this game. Oh, look at that parallax scroll. That's amazing. So we've got these weird, like, gummy dolphins, I suppose. I don't know. I'm a bit worried because if it's just me, or does the music sound like it's constantly getting faster? It's kind of got that whole shepherd's tone sort of thing. You know how the shepherd's tone is a sound that kind of sounds like it's getting higher and higher. This is a bit of music that sounds like it's getting faster and faster with each loop. I know it's not. It's all an elaborate illusion, but that's how it feels to me anyway. And it's just, oh, I tell you what, the anxiety the music is causing me right now. Anyway, boom, exit, and we get a gem, which is weird because typically, you know, anyway, take this green gem. Now try to get past the study room. Don't waste a second. Minnie needs you. So yeah, we've already got a gem, despite the fact that usually we would have to have fought a boss before we got a gem. And graciously, the game's actually restored my health. That's nice. Didn't have to do that for me. You could have let me suffer for a bit longer. I honestly thought it was. Okay, you. Oh my word, I am surprised. I'm really surprised you can hit that guy there. So let's just run and jump. This way, there's some wormy guys. And we're just going to drop into this cup of tea. This is a short, sort of like, optional sort of area, which really only exists for you to get more points. Get some diamonds. Ah! But yeah, it's strange that one of the gems, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not the only gem that isn't sort of gated behind a boss, and I just think it's weird. Oh my word, what is this jump? Is that like a right on the edge jump? I swear that jump is like unnecessarily far. What am I doing wrong? Oh, really feels like you've got to get right on the edge of that jump to make it. You know what? I'm not going to take my chances. Alright, so here we do that. If we just kind of come along here. Uh-oh. Ah! No, 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 no. Stay away. Stay away from me, you letter A's. Oh. This is what I want to do. I can't hear. Is there not a... No. Oh, no. I didn't want to do that at all. I thought it was a secret up there. I know there's a sort of an area down here. Oh, my word. Oh, this does not feel safe at all. There we go. Grab some health. That felt a bit... That did not feel worth it. Ah! Definitely not worth it after all that. Ah! Okay, like... That was possibly... Drop into this tea. The reason why I'm dropping into the drink is because then what this does is it means if I die, I should spawn just after the cup. Or, yeah, I should spawn in the position. Not that it particularly matters because I just died, but... Thank God I wasn't doing a deathless run. This is not a game I can deathless. A little bit beyond my abilities at this moment in time. Mostly because I just don't play this game enough. This is not in my... This is not a game that's in my typical rotation. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, let's see if I can defeat this boss relatively quickly. No. We're going to use some of our apples here because they will be useful to us. What? Come on. I do believe the jumping attack deals more damage. So if you can do the jumping on this boss, that's much more damage. Holy crud. That's actually really bad. Because I am not particularly good at this boss. It is a set pattern, but I don't know it. So now I'm in a spot of trouble because I'm kind of think. Oh, gotcha. Oh my word! How many hits does he take? I swear he doesn't usually take this many hits. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, get out of the stage. Right, here is the blue gem. You are a very strong mouse, but you still have more to do before you reach Minnie. Not a huge amount more, truth be told. Because there's another flight of stairs we go up. And this is the... Effectively, this is like the last world. This is the last door. What could be in this room? A clock tower. Now, if only this was the a Castlevania style clock tower, then would be really stuffed. Can you imagine that? A goddamn Mickey Mouse game would you fight the Grim Reaper in a clock tower? Just how glorious would that be? What that candle? Right. Come down here, I believe. No, it's not here. It's the next one down. Damn it. No. This level is an absolute pain because it's actually quite a long level, if I remember correctly. In fact, this is probably the longest level in this game, I think. Because we've got this entire section up here, and then we kind of make our way further down, and okay, these ones, we just need to run. These blocks annoy me because they don't really have a pattern per se, so like this one here. I mean, each section has a pattern, if you will, but the entire, like, yeah, that entire section doesn't quite follow any sort of like normalized rules, and oh, it's just annoying. Like, if you can look at those blocks and kind of say, okay, this one has a 1 on it, that means it will trigger oh no 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 no. If I touched that goop, I would have died. If a block with a 1 on it fell as you passed underneath it, was one with a 2 on it, let's say, fell after you no, before, that's fine, but when it's just, when there's no logic, when the rules change, that's where I get annoyed, when the rules aren't consistent. Basically, you know, just keep the rules of your game consistent, and that keeps me happy. Right, so we just got to be careful because these blocks will fall, and we just got to be careful because yeah, we've got to be careful because there'll be bubbles. Oh. Ah, and then there'll be some bats. Because we're not done with bats yet. But there we go. We get another gem. The Onyx gem? Indigo gem. You need only one more gem to go get it and save Minnie. Yeah. So yeah, you may have noticed we haven't hit a clock tower bit yet, and that's, don't worry, that's coming up. We'll have our clock tower stage coming up. First thing we need to do is swim away from this fish. Oh, I think there's a bag over here, isn't there? Yeah. Not really what I wanted, but oh well, it's what it is. Let's just come this way. Now sometimes I've done this and this fish has actually come back the other way because he didn't despawn. Right, here we go. We're nearly there, folks. We now have the clock tower stage. If you're playing this on hard mode, this is like the worst stage in the entire game because there's just bats fucking everywhere, and they will come in at just the worst times to just like trip you up. I should also mention that when playing this on hard, the amount of health pickups is significantly reduced. So I think during this entire section there are no health pickups, so if you've died you only have 2 bits of health. So you've got to try and get through this entire section without taking damage, and yeah, you can imagine that that's a miserable time. Especially when bats like that. But yeah, we need to sort of... And the other problem is, you will hit a point where, if you do fall, chances are you're going to have to kind of go through this entire section again, and it is not a fun time, as you can imagine. Oh, come on. Okay. Beep. More health. Nice. I am just shocked at how much health this game gives me on normal mode. No, that's not particularly good. Let's try and kill this bat. Let's get him out of our way. Right. Okay, he seems to have disappeared. That's fine. Get rid of you. It's actually going much smoother than I thought, which is good. Ooh. Now, this would be the worst position to drop down from. Just pull down right near the end here. Right. Over you. Excellent. Boss time. This boss is a little bit of a weird one, really. So what we need to do is we just need to get close to him. His hitbox is also a little bit weird. So when he kind of... what was it? I'm trying to think of the word is. When he makes that face, that is when you want to jump and try to hit him, because otherwise he'll kind of hold his hand over his head, so you can't jump on his head. He's the only enemy I've ever encountered in any game who's been smart enough to try and protect his weak point. That's not true. Some others have tried to do that, but... yeah, so if I... oof. It's not good. Come on. Gotcha. Oh, what? No. Really? One more? Ah! The hitbox on him is really precise as well. So that's what makes him doubly annoying to fight. So you can, I think, if you get your distancing right, yeah, we can stop him from sort of jumping towards us a little bit. Ow, that's not good. Don't tell me I'm going to be absolutely wasted by this absolute, like... yeah, no. Oh, no. I've still got Miserable to fight after this. This shouldn't be too challenging a fight. He's a little bit annoying just because of how his hitbox works. You know, this game isn't perfect. Ow. Jump. Boom. One more after this, I believe. Ow. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Gotcha. There we go. Boom. The last gem, the violet gem. Now to save Minnie, you must fight the witch Miserable. Good luck. It would have been nice if we got just one more life to take us over the end there, but oh well, doesn't particularly matter. Ta-da! Let's make a rainbow bridge. Let's go to... hang on, is it Asgard? Midgar. Midgar's the rainbow bridge, is it not? I can't remember. I can't remember my Norse mythology. Anyway. Time to fight Miserable. Who is looking very, evil queen from Snow White, I want to say. So I think if I stand here, yeah, I'm actually alright if I stand there. So she will teleport to other places in the room. And so we've got to be a bit cautious. Okay, she's over there. That's out. And you've got to move with a bit of speed. Uh-oh. We'll wait till she shoots out the ghosts. I took too long. Uh-oh. Oh, you sod. Let's just come down here. Yeah, because what we can do is we can bounce off the little like ghosty projectile she shoots out, which is quite ideal, really. There we go. Wow, a much easier boss to fight than. Oh, much quicker boss than the goddamn dragon. There we go. We have saved Minnie and defeated Miskrabel. Oh, was she a load-bearing witch? Is the castle going to collapse? Oh no, it's just fireworks. Okay. I thought the castle was going to explode. But now Miskrabel's nice for whatever reason. Maybe through the power of rainbows we've sucked the evil out of her, which I wish we could do that for other people. But, you know. There we go, thanks Miskrabel. And now Mickey and Minnie are going to go back to being sort of happy and dancing again as they were. But yeah, so that's Castle Illusion for the Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, depending on what country you're from. Thanks, Emmeryn. I think there's some other fun names because old credits seem to have like more like pseudonyms than actual names. I think there's one that we saw quite recently. I say quite recently. On loads of videos, so. Satman. And Mooey Mooey. Bo. I mean, how can we forget Bo? Bo is the most fantastic sound director we've had for games. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so mean to people, like the names that people opt to use third credit. Sometimes I just find them funny to see. But yes, so this was Castle of Illusion. So again, I'm just sort of building myself up to when I'm gonna play Fantasia, and it might be like another 1 or 2 games before I do that. Some more like, I mean, I kind of want to finish Magical Quest first as well, so there'll be Magical Quest 3 coming up. Maybe I'll do Mickey Mania. I did do a long play of Mickey Mania. I had it all ready to upload, but then there was a problem with the sound, and that really annoyed me because it was a really good run of Mickey Mania. I call it Mickey Mania. It was actually Mickey's Wild Adventure, so we'll probably do that version again. He says, probably not fully comprehending what he's committing himself to. Anyway. The end. And you know what? I think that's the perfect place for us to end it ourselves. So you know what? All that's done. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. There'll be links to my socials in the description below. You can click on me there to subscribe. There'll also be some other Mickey Mouse videos there. Maybe just some other general sort of let's play sort of things. I've been sort of opting more to do these sort of more long plays because I'm playing a lot of retro games at the moment. Like these games, at least these games, they don't take a huge amount of time to get through, so I can do them in a video. There would be no point in me splitting this into 2 parts. If I did, there'd be 20-minute parts each probably, but even then, it's hard to break up sometimes, so it's easier to do it in a single sitting. But anyway, with that all said and done, I look forward to seeing you when I next do.